Well, hey guys, welcome to the studio. Today, the $5 secret to amazing studio guitars, and this is it. It's the Diodario EJ38H, and the H is for high strung. High strung Nashville tuning, gauges 10 through 27. And the idea is you throw this set onto like a junker guitar that you have hanging around, and it's the other six strings from a 12-string guitar. Let's get to it. Okay, up top here, the first two tracks. This is a Martin X Series, Mexican made, nothing too fancy. And let's give it a listen. And down here, let me solo this for you. This is a Guild. We think early to mid 70s on this, and when I say a junker guitar, the top's been all split and repaired on this thing, and probably not a very valuable guitar, but it's got decent action on it. And this is where we put these Diodario Nashville tuned strings. Ooh, it's high. Let's listen to that. Okay, let's hear them back to back. Here's the Martin recorded in stereo. And here's just the Guild. Okay, let's try combining them. Here's the Martin in stereo. And we'll add in the Guild. Ooh. So I had written this little guitar part that you'll hear in a second, and all I had to do was play it on the Martin, play it on the Martin again, so I'd have stereo left and right. And then I played the exact same thing on the Guild. Check it out. Okay, here's all of them combined. Okay, let me remove the Guild. Here it is again. Turning it on. Turning it off. Off. So this is a little bit of a secret, but it's not a new trick. Nashville tuning, keeping one guitar tuned up where the high E and the high B are the same, and the E, the A, the D, and the G are all one octave higher, as if it was the other six strings from a 12-string guitar. But we can affect it differently, and we can pan it differently. We can kind of make it so your head is sort of inside of a 12-string guitar. One of my favorite things is to just put some reverb on the octave track. Here we are with Valhalla Supermassive. This is a free plugin I highly recommend. And here's just the octave track right now with no effect. And I blended in some Supermassive. Here it is. But I've left the other two tracks completely dry. So here's the Martin. Okay, let me blend in that Guild with Supermassive on it. Let me kill the effect. And with the effect. Now, if I wanted to go really nuts, I could really mix this thing over to a very, very wet reverb. And here's just the Guild with a lot of reverb on it. Now, at this point, it's almost like I'm just saying, well, the reverb is kind of from that octave up. Like that's the effect. It's kind of a little bit weird. Here's all of it if I set it that way. And a nice tail off. Probably a little bit wetter, but for YouTube, this is a good idea to show you like pure wet. Here's pure wet. And here it is soloed. All right, and let's blend it in with the other two. Ooh. Kind of cool. Now, just a quick note about how we did that. The Martin guitars were completely dry. They were panned a little left and a little bit to the right, but no reverb, no EQ, no compression, no nothing. And the only effect that we put on the Guild that was up an octave was that Valhalla Supermassive. It's all we did. No EQ. We didn't even pan that one. Other than the fact that the Valhalla Supermassive does kind of generate a stereo type of reverb. Man, when we get to the idea where we can actually go in and compress these tracks if we want to, or EQ them, maybe run some high pass filter on one more than the other. Maybe I would have recorded the main part instead of all on the Martin. I might have done something like the left side on the Martin, and I might have done the right-hand side on a Yamaha. Or I might have actually used a real 12 string, which is a very cool thing. Then I would have had the lower octave from the Martin guitar, a 12 string, and just the high octave from the Guild. It's pretty limitless. Well, guys, I had a lot of fun putting this together. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a clunker guitar, and I hope you invest the $5 and mess around with this. It's actually pretty kind of cool stuff. Oh, we're on Recording Tips in Facebook. If you're on Facebook, come over to Recording Tips. Check out our group there. And we've got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it. All right.